my name is KarlaRPG and welcome to my switches and variables tutorial. Now, I got a request for this tutorial in the comments, so here we go. I hope this lives up to your expectations. Alright, basically, you have different types of switches. There are two different types. You've got self switches and then normal switches. Normal switches, you can have basically as many as you want. And they can be turned on and turned off at any time. But then you have self switches, which are only used for the event. So basically, let's say that you have some talking. Let's go with simple "Hi, I'm Bob," and that's going to be a cat. So here we go. Here's an example of self-switching. You can either use it to stop it, so you'll do a new event page. We still want the cat oh wait, I forgot to turn the actual cat graphic on. So basically, let's have the cat graphic. We'll have him walking around, so that's a random. And then for event 2, we'll have the cat graphic and walking around. However, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this blank and turn self switch A on. Don't do that. For here, what we'll do is after the talking, we then go on to control self switch, which is here, which is in the first page of the event commands. And we're going to turn self switch A on. So if I show you what that is, hoping this isn't too loud. There we go. It didn't crash on me this time. Yay! Okay, there we go. That's not too bad. So what we'll do is we'll start a new game. I forgot to try and start us in the variable area. Shh, tell no one. Whoops, that was my main map. Okay, now let's try. Do you know you can also press Control R to shortcut it? Okay, so here we are. This is in our little room, which I've also made a basic outside, so we can use that later. So, first of all, let's go up to Bob the cat, and we'll go. Then the cat goes, "Hi, I'm Bob." But now, as you can see, I can't talk to it. But that's because I've turned the self switch on, which is what we want. I'm just going to turn the sound down for that, because otherwise it's going to get really annoying. There we go. We'll do that. So there we go. That's how you do it. But you can also use it. You also have, as you can see here, 4 different self switches: A, B, C, and D. So let's say, for example, instead of this, we're going to show a choice. So choices number 1 is pet the cat. We're going to have 3 different choices: pet the cat, leave the cat, and then, just for the fun of it, holy crap, talking cat. Hey, that rhymes. Cancel would be leave the cat. Default is choice 1, which is pet the cat. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to have different choices. So let's say if you leave the cat, we're going to... Okay, so when we pet the cat, we're going to turn self switch A on. If we leave the cat, we're going to turn self switch B on, and holy crap, talking cat will turn on self switch C. Obviously, you could give yourself another choice and then use another event, but for now we're just going to use these. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the event page and paste it 2 more times. But here, instead of self switch A, we'll want self switch B, and here we'll want self switch C. So, hi, I'm Bob. When you pet the cat, control self switch A is on. So let's just say that Bob purrs, because Bob is a nice cat and likes to be pet. So, to be honest, there is a sound effect for a cat meow. Actually, we can use self switch D in here. So we can go, I've got to go now, Bob. Says, did I bring in the Karla? I did bring in Karla face sets. There we go. We use the Karla face sets. Bob doesn't like her leaving, us leaving. So he's going, aw. But we will also play sound effect. Where are the sound effects? There they are. Play sound effect if it wants to. It's under cat. It's under cat. There we go. Right, so there we go. Pet choice, the next choice, which is leave the cat. The cat doesn't like to be left. So we'll go down. Sassy cat. Now, because Bob now no longer wants to talk to you, we will turn control self switch D on. So let me just boop, boop. Control switch D is going to be this little message comes up. So that will come up dim in the middle maybe. There we go. Let's put a full stop in there because finicky stuff. And this one is, talking cat. This is literally just going to be, my life is a series of talking cats. Let's just have a... No, let's not. No, let's just say... Shut up. There we go. So then... we're going to control switch D on. Because he doesn't want to talk to you. And let's name this event, because I always like to name them. If they're a person or a cat. So now, if we go control R, save the game. It's a very important thing to do. Going to go on to new game. There we go. And let's go talk to Bob the cat. So, Bob. Hi, I'm Bob. Pet the cat, leave the cat, holy crap, talking cat. Let's pet the cat. See? But the thing is, if you want it to do an auto run, that's when you next talk to it. I just realised the cat sound won't play because I turned the volume down. Oh dear. Okay, so let's turn this. Not the system sounds. There it is. We'll turn that up slightly. I've got really loud headphones on, so everything plays at like twice the level it should. If you wanted it to auto run rather than when you next talk to them, you would just change this from an action button to an auto run. So here, instead of event there. However, for this one, we still want it on action button. And I'll show you why in a second. So we'll play that. I haven't exited it, which means it won't play. So there we go. Now we'll play it. So we'll go up to the cat here. Hi, I'm Bob. Pet the cat, leave the cat, holy crap, talking cat. So let's pet the cat. I've got to go now, Bob. Oh. But as you can see, the problem is here. It keeps playing. Forgotten about that. So we'll go back onto the event. And we'll just turn self switch D on just because once you talk to him once, he doesn't want to talk to you again for a bit. So there we go. That stops it from running. That's one of the problems of using them all at once, is because you then you'll either have to wipe the event or stop the auto run. But normally I do that with an event, but obviously if you're using all of them, you can't use any more self switches. So here, pet the cat. Purr. I've got to go now, Bob. Oh, the cat doesn't want to talk to you anymore. And now that happens because that's always switched on for that event. So now you can't do the others, which is good for like a one choice, but there we go. But if you wanted to go back after it's shown that message, you then go back to self switch D is off, and what that'll do is it will let you go to the cat, choose an event, say pet the cat. Cat doesn't want to talk to you anymore, and that turns that one on. Hang on, do I want? Oh, I have to turn them all off. Just in case of what it is, what we'll want to do is we'll just want to turn all the self switches off. So, depending on which one you've chosen. There we go. That should now work and it will take you back to the main. Hi, I'm Bob. So here we go. This should work properly now. Hi, I'm Bob. Pet the cat. I've got to go now, Bob. Oh, cat doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Wander around, react with some other people that I am yet to create. We'll go back. Hi, I'm Bob. Leave the cat. Rude. Cat doesn't want to talk to you anymore. It then resets. Hi, I'm Bob. Holy crap, talking cat. Ah, talking cat. Shut up. And then cat doesn't want to talk to you. And there we go. So that's basically it for self switches. They're only paramount to that event, so I could create another event. Let's say this person looks cool, so we're just gonna have them wandering around. Oh, they do look cool. Just say hi. That's it. But now here what we're going to do is we're going to leave this blank. And we're going to do a new event page. And let's say if this happened, then they turn into something else. Let's say that they turn into a frog. If control switch B is on. Okay, so this is just to show you that one control switch, self switch doesn't affect all the other events. So it's good if you want a lot going on. So let's talk to Bob. So I turned control switch B on, which is leave the cat. So we're gonna leave the cat. Rude. Now, as you can see, this person has not yet changed into a monster, which is good. We don't want that. And then, but the cat won't talk to you anymore. So what that means is, if you really turn her into a monster, if you've been rude to the cat, we're going to want to use a switch rather than a self switch. So let's try that out. So we're going to leave that event page on. So let's say we're going to talk to the cat, and if you leave the let's say if you leave the cat gets mad. The cat goes rude, and it shows that Bob is actually a sorceress. I am in fact a wizard in disguise. There we go. We'll say something along the lines of, hear me roar. I have no idea what I'm writing here. I'm just writing random text. Hear me roar. Okay, so here, because we don't have it, you could use a self switch considering it's for this event, but we've pretty much used all the self switches. So we're just going to remove that one for now, and we're going to turn a switch on. Now, let's make a switch first called Wizard Bob. And we'll want to turn Wizard Bob on. So now we'll create a new event page. If switch Wizard Bob is on, hang on, before that, what we're going to do is we're going to show a little animation on Bob the cat. Show animation, this event. Let's just say I have no idea how this is going to work. So let's just say we're going to do I can't think of any of them. So for now I'm just going to do pollen. And we're going to wait for completion. And then so let's also flash the screen maybe. Yeah, let's go flash screen, flash it white for a couple of seconds. And then we're going to turn, so that'll turn on. So now Wizard Bob, actually we don't want to wait for its completion, because we can wait for the frame, but we don't want to wait for the animation. So now Bob the cat is now a wizard. Bob the mighty wizard of might and everything. I can't, yeah, character backstories isn't my thing, can you tell? So let's go. Bob the wizard looks like this guy. He is also still on a random move route if you let go. We're going to show some text of yeah, you left me. I will now turn that girl into a monster. And then we're going to have another, where we're going to have another animation shown. But not on the player and not this event. We'll want to go on the next event, which is going to be event 4, because event 1 and 2 are the transfers to the outside, which we don't want. And let's do the same one. Let's do pollen. I don't know how well this is going to work. We're then going to turn another switch on, which is called girl to, oh, why are my capitals on? Girl to monster. We're going to turn that on. Then we're going to flash the screen. So here we go. But obviously we want this to be an auto run, which then means we want to have control switch. Let's say we want control switch D back on, because then what we can do is we can make a new event page, have the switch wizard B on and the self switch D on, and we're going to show text Wizard Bob the Great doesn't want to talk to you. Dim middle. There we go. And for now, that'll be fine if we want to change that later. So then let's go back to this unfortunate soul who is going to be, I'm going to name her Jessica, because that is the first name that comes to my mind at all anymore. Okay, so let's name her Jessica, just so we know. Now, so she's just going, hello there, whenever you talk to her. But now, if switch girl to monster is on, we want her to become a monster. And if you talk to it, the monster just shows glub, 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 glub. Glub bub. There we go. Glub bub. There we go. So that's what they want. Action button, random move route. So let's see how this works, shall we? So you can, let's talk to Jessica. Hello there. So you can still talk to Bob. You can pet the cat still, and nothing happens. Cat doesn't want to talk to you anymore. You can, holy crap, talking cat, and it gives the same response. However, let's see if this works. Leave the cat. Rude. I am in fact a wizard in disguise. Hear me roar. You left me. I will now... Wow, I put no instead of now. There we go, guys. Always proofread your work. I know how to spell, honestly. Now, the thing is that he's still off in a random direction. So we'll want to change that if you're talking to him. But anyway, let's continue. You left me. I will now, not no, turn that girl into a monster. Flash the screen. She is now a monster. And he has disappeared. Glub bub. See, so there we go. That's what switches do. I'm going to change that because I felt absolutely terrible they actually put no in there. Now, no. Oh, God, that's terrible. So what I forgot to do is I forgot to put his image down here. So what we want to do is if you're talking to him, you want... Let's just put him on a fixed position for now, because otherwise he'll walk off. So the cat, I'm fine. We want really, if he's talking to you, we want everything to be fixed. So, but then this one can go back to being random, and this can go back to being random. So now this should work. That actually worked rather well with the pollen effect. So here we go. If we're talking to the cat, let's say here, the cat will now no longer move. But now he moves again. Okay, let's just turn him into Bob. Wizard Bob. You left me, I will now turn that girl into a monster. She is now into a monster. Oh no, help me. But Wizard Bob the Great doesn't want to talk to you. And that girl is still a monster. Well, isn't this a family drama? Okay, so that's what self-switches and switches can do themselves. However, you can also do something really simple like turning on the light. It doesn't have to be turning into characters. So let's just say you wanted a light switch. What light switch are we gonna do? Let's say we have this. Make sure for this, direction fix is on. Because we don't want it when you click it automatically goes down. You want to do that yourself. So let's just say if you click it, it shows text, the middle. Do you wish to press the switch? Hey, I'm like in the mood for rhymes today, apparently. So, do you wish to press the switch? Now we're going to show some choices, which is yes or no. If yes, let's say that we turn another switch called Let There Be Light. Remember, no one actually playing the game is going to see the switch names, so it's really up to you what you do. So let's say, now as you know, you could do self switch be on. However, we're going to want to do something slightly different. So if switch Let There Be Light is on, we are going to want to set the movement route. Hang on, I can't remember this is right. It's been a while since I've messed around with switches, so I'm gonna see if this works. Alright. Yes. Crap, I forgot the actual animation for it. We still want switch animation. No, switch to that one. Oh, no, I don't want the player to move down. A moment when you want that, but you want event 5. See the other one now changed to Jessica because we changed the name. It's really good just to label everything, just so if you know what you want to do. So, do you wish to press switch? Yes. Okay. Hang on a second. Alright, there we go. I had no idea what I was doing for a second there. I thought I tried to remember that you could change something, but that's not with directional fix. So let's just say for now we're going to have it up. No, down, and then we can turn it up if we want. So let's just say we have it down first, and if you want to click yes, we want to turn switch, let there be light on. And then what we want to do is we want to tint the screen. So let's say we're going to tint the screen roughly like this. We're going to turn on the lights. Basically, duration, we don't want to wait for completion, but we want to have it on like that. And then, so then what we're going to do is going to create, leave that, copy that, paste that. And here what we're going to do is now we're going to have it on. And now we're going to have the same. Do you wish to press the switch? Do you wish to press the switch? Now we're going to do it. Turn off the light. Do you wish to turn off the light? And if we're going to go yes, what we can do here is we can tint the screen for 0. Yeah. And we can go, we're going to turn the switch. So this is where turning switches off would help. Control switch, let there be light, off. Which means it will then, because we have this on, it will then turn this off. So let's have a look, that should work. So there we go, we've got Wizard Bob and Jessica over in the corner just doing their thing. We're going to mess around with the light. Do we wish to play the switch? No, this happens. Do you wish to play? Yes, that turns on, and as you can see, it is very light. Obviously you wouldn't want it this light, but it goes to show that's roughly what I want. Do you wish to turn off the light? No. Yes. And it just flicks back down again. And we've turned off the light. So there we go. Ta-da! That is roughly all you need to know about switches. So now we're going to move on to variables, which are confusing myself. And that's why I have got the outside. So let's just say you have, let's create another guy who's looking suitably evil right now. Let's say something along the lines of, I need 3 herbs. Get them for me. Now here, if you know how, what you could do is you could do a little quest pop up. Says you have a new quest. Go get 3 herbs. Normally I would give, if it was a quest, I would give you a choice whether to accept or decline, but this guy's looking evil. You're not going to have a choice. So we're going to have the character Karla go, oh, okay. And so while we're here, so we have here control variables. We're going to make a new one called herbs. No, let's not. Let's do herbs. Okay. Now that's been set. Let's make it 5 herbs just because I'm awkward. Yeah. 5 herbs. Get them for me. Now, here what we could do is we can do here. Here, blah, blah. So we'll make a, we'll have the guy here. Let's have him, yeah. Let's have him fixed. Good, I put that there. Is we want variable herbs. If variable herbs equals 0, we're going to get him to say this. Why are you still here? I need 5 herbs. Let's, so what you're doing here, I need 5 herbs. So basically he's an, oh wait, no, I didn't want to do that. damn it. That's the normal one. I need 5 herbs. Get them for me. Untick that. I did it on the wrong page. Okay. On the second page, we'll do it here. So if variable herbs equals 0, so this is the first time. So the first time you talk to him, and then what we're going to do is we're going to control soft switch A on. Because if we turn if we had variable on 0, because the variable is on 0 anyway, it will just go to this dialogue, which is not what we want. So we want soft switch A on and herbs to equal 0, for him to go, why do I not have my herbs? Sad face. No, I'm kidding. So, why do I not have my herbs? Okay. And that's what happens if you talk to him. So that's what happens if you don't have any herbs. Now, we're going to do it outside in the garden. We're going to create a new event. But for the image, we're going to want to go on to tile set B. And what I'm going to do is we're going to have, what have I not put in there? Let's say that, actually, let's just say I'm going to change it from herbs. As you know, even though they're grapes, they look suitably... No, they don't. I was going to say they look suitably herby, but they really don't, do they? So, let us do this as his herbs. So, these are his herbs. And if you clicked on them, we're going to turn self switch A on. And then we're going to want self switch A on. Wait, cancel that quickly. On here, we're going to want to play the sound effect. I always like to use equipped for picking things up. So, this one. So what will happen is that it will then go to that, and we'll play another sound effect, which is going to be item. You can use item 2, but I'm just going to use item 1 for now. And show a little message. You got a herb. Yay! So dim in the middle. Because that looks so out of place, and hang on. Sorry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one new event page, and I want switch. Hang on, no we don't. We want to make another switch first, which I'll turn on in a minute. Herb fetch. Let's just say it's herb fetch for now. So we want if herb fetch is on, and that is on. Why are you here? If that is on and switch herb fetch is on, then this shows up. So let's put let's just say we have 5 herbs in the garden now. Okay, so we'll talk to him. Why do I not have my herbs? Copy. Okay, so now if herbs equals 1, herbs equals 2, herbs equals 3, herbs equals 4, and then finally herbs are bigger or equal to 5. Yes, I forgot to turn a variable. So not only is control switch A on, but we're going to turn switch herb fetch on, which is why most switches and variables go really well together, because it allows you to have something show up when it's not there before. So why do I not have my herbs? 4 herbs left. Why do I 3 herbs left. He will literally count down. 2 herbs left, and then this time he's getting impatient, so instead of saying the normal 1 herb left, hurry up and get the last one. And then once we got it, we're going to be like, about time. Thanks. There you go. So, about time. Thanks. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it here, because we don't want to go through it again. We don't want him, maybe he could take away the herbs for your inventory, but considering we don't have an item for it. Okay, what you could do is you could be really mean, and we'll change the maximum just to 5 for now. Not 3, 5. And on the new one, we'll put like herb. And let's say that we're going to use that. No, we're going to use that sign for it. Just a herb. So it's going to be a regular item. Can you consume it? Yes. So we're going to... Let's say that these herbs restore HP. But you can only do it... Yeah, we'll do it forever. So you can consume it, and it's going to be a regular item. And if you had a shop nearby, you'd be able to buy them for, how much is the other ones here? Like 100. So we'll say you can buy these also for 100 gold. So effects, we want to recover HP by, let's say 15. I know that's not that much, but let's say 15. So then what we'll want to do is, let me just get rid of these because it's easier just to work on one. So here, now that you've got this, you play that, you get a herb, and you want to add items. So change items, item herb, increase by 1. And then while you're here, you want control variable, herbs, add 1. There we go. Which means that your herb has now increased by 1, which is what we want. And because, hang on, normally what you would do is, I've been stupid and I've put this on there, even though you don't want it on there, you want it on here, and to get rid of that. And then we'll want to move the control switch A to down there. Actually, no. Keep it where it was. Control switch A on. So now it means that it's not there anymore. So let's just put these around different areas. Wait, what am I missing? Oh yeah. Silly Caitlin. That means they'll still show up. Don't know why that popped up. Okay. So here what you'll want is, we're going to edit this and we're going to make a new event page, but can't. So if herb fetch isn't on, this is up. Hang on, I'm going to change that so it's afterwards so I don't get confused. So we're going to copy that one, going to delete that one. We're going to paste that after 2, and then we're going to delete that so it becomes 1. So currently it shows nothing. We'll have it right over in the corner. So now, I hope this works. So we're in the house. You got Bob the Wizard, Bob the Cat, Jessica, and Evil Dude looking evil. So now, as you can see, we can go outside and we can't see. See, look, we could go up to it, press action button, nothing would happen. You can walk through it. As you can see, you can't see any herbs. However, you go back in, and let's say we talk to the guy. I need 5 herbs, get them for me. Okay. Now, if we go outside, you can see the herbs. It can be anything up to rocks, or I did one once with log stacks. Why don't I have my herbs? Because we don't have any herbs in our inventory. Okay, why are you not working? When I click on you, action button, you should do this. Why aren't you working? Okay, I got it working. What I realised that I hadn't done is because I had it on below characters as a priority level, it means you had to be on top of it. And obviously with this image in the tile set, it doesn't let you walk on it. It's just there as decoration. So what you have to do is you have to change the priority to same as characters. And that'll work fine. So let's have one over by the grave just for the fun of it. Okay, so there we go. Now this should all be working fine. So we've woken up. Crap's going down in our house with Bob the cat and Jessica. And this evil dude. 5 herbs. Okay. Why do I not have my herbs? So, Uno's herb. We'll go back in and talk to him. And he goes, 4 herbs left. So I'm like, oh, I need 4 herbs? Okay. Obviously, if you're doing this in a quest, you could do the items hidden over a vast map. So that means that you're going to have to do a lot more exploring to actually find the items, and this could happen over an entire story arc. Like, it might just be a vendor in your first town, or a peddler or whatever, trying to say, if you collect me 3 of these magic herbs, and, you know, make it like a higher number, like 10 of these magic herbs, then orbs, not herbs. What you can do is he then goes, I will make you or give you a special weapon. And then throughout the rest of the game, if your player likes to explore, they might go up to a tree, and in there will be one of these orbs. They'll then be on the lookout for the rest of the orbs. And once you find it, then you could say that they get this special weapon. So that's why variables are useful. So there we go, about time, thanks. Now what we could do is, as you can see here, we could go up to items and eat a herb. We don't need any HP, so okay, because we don't need any HP, let's just make a quick damage item. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly save it so I don't have to go through herb finding. And in here, if I click on that per se, let's tint the screen red, like just bright red for a second. No, let's do it so it's still see everything. So let's just say we tint it red slightly, and we're going to change HP. We're going to decrease it by 7. So that's what happens if you click on the sink. So now I'm going to continue that. Here I am, click on the sink. I forgot to change that back, but oh no, it doesn't matter. So we've now lost HP. So now we can have a herb. So now we only have 4 herbs. So he will go to us. Oh crap. He was supposed to go to us. Hurry up and get the last one. Because it's decreased. Not that you would want this because you finished the quest, and normally here I would say that he takes all the items. So he would take all your herbs out. So let's just say it decreases by 5 because he's taken it, and he'll say about time, thanks. So let's just quickly test that out, that he does that right, rather than having the screen all red. So there we go, about time, thanks. So now if I go onto my items, they're no longer there. But it depends, he might be nice and let you keep them, but this guy's evil, so he probably won't. So there we go. That's it for today's video of switches and variables. I hope you guys could all understand. Remember, if you do want something else done, whether it was another in-depth switches and variables, if you found that too quick for you, I could go over and do a longer video on each. Then I'd be happy to do that. I just wanted them all done because Bob the Wizard looks cool. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that, and that will help you in your own games. Leave a comment down below if you want another tutorial, or if you want to send me a game, then link the Dropbox files to the email in the description, and I'll get to Let's Playing it on my channel. I hope you guys have a great day. Leave a like and subscribe, it would help me out a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!